I'd like to call to order the regular meeting of the village president and board of trustees for the village of Burr Ridge. It's February 27, 2017. Today, we have the pleasure of having Petra Veros lead us in the pledge. She's a fourth grader at Gower West School. Her favorite subject is math. Her extracurricular activities are Gower West leader on the student council. She plays clarinet on the beginner band, and she's in the fourth grade chorus. Her hobbies is she likes to play the piano, participates in gymnastics, and likes to read. She has visited Florida, Wisconsin Dells, and Key Lime Cove with her family. I imagine she had a lot of fun at those places. She's here today with her parents, Bob and Sophia, along with her younger sister, Christina. Petra, will you come up and lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Very good. A roll call.
Trustee Francis.
Here.
Trustee Grasso.
Here.
Trustee Pavesa.
Here.
Trustee Bolus.
Here.
Trustee Schiappa.
Here.
Mayor Straub. Thank you.
Okay. Are there any residents that want to address the board now? The consent agenda. All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine by the village board and will be enacted in one motion. There will be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member or citizen so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda. 5 minutes. A, approval of regular board meeting of February 13, 2017. B, receive and file Veterans Memorial Committee meeting of January 25th, 2017. C, receive and file draft Water Committee meeting of February 13, 2017. D, receive and file draft Plan Commission meeting of February 20th, 2017. 6, ordinances. D, approval of an ordinance granting a special use pursuant to the Burr Ridge zoning ordinance to permit a running store / fitness apparel store with sales of craft beer or wine, Z012017, 555 Village Center Drive, Craigshank. 7, resolutions. A, adoption of resolution authorizing a local public agency agreement between the Illinois Department of Transportation and the Village of Burr Ridge appropriating funds for the 79th Street resurfacing project, the STP. 8, considerations. C, approval of Plan Commission recommendation to approve rezoning upon annexation to the R2B Single Family Resident District, Z02 2017, 15W069 and 15W081 91st Street, Pachoka. D, approval of request to conduct a public hearing for a zoning ordinance amendment regarding permeable pavers. E, approval of recommendation to order 3 police squad cars included in the fiscal 17-18 budget for delivery after May 1st, 2017. F, approval of recommendation to extend contract for auditing services with BKD. G, approval of vendor list in the amount of $127,461.73 for all funds, plus $203,928.82 for payroll, for a grand total of $331,390.55, which includes special expenditures of $49,416.50 to Unique Plumbing Company for emergency water main break repair for the Bedford Park transmission line. So at this time, I'd like a motion to approve minutes 5A, B, C, D, ordinances 6B, resolutions 7A, considerations 8C, D, E, F, and G.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trustee Francis?
Yes.
Trustee Scampa?
Yes.
Trustee Bolus?
Yes.
Trustee Baveza?
Yes,
Trustee Trustee Grasso?
Yes.
5-0.
5-0, motion passes. At this time, I'd like to order the public hearing, amendment to annexation agreement, Meadowbrook Place subdivision. Mr. Pollack?
Good evening. The owner of the property known as the Meadowbrook Place subdivision is the Oxford Bank. The property is located on Meadowbrook Drive, just off Route 83, one block off Route 83, near 87th Street. The bank took over the property in 2008 when the original developer failed. Prior to that, the final plat was recorded, but they never got very far on the construction of the subdivision improvements. Since that time, they've asked for several extensions of the subdivision improvement period, and they have paid the extension fees in the past and are willing to do so again to keep the plat alive as they search for a developer to take over the project and finish it. So with this amendment, it proposes to extend the deadline for another 2 years with a $10,000 extension fee due each of those two years. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Trustee?
Doug, is staff satisfied with the stabilization efforts that have taken place to render the property safe and stable?
Yes.
Any other questions? If there be no other questions, I close the public hearing.
I think we need a motion. We have a motion to
Oh,
close.
we're gonna have a motion to close.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second to close the public hearing. Roll call.
Trustee Bolus?
Yes.
Trustee Grasso?
Yes.
Trustee Francis?
Yes.
Trustee Baveza?
Yes,
Trustee Scampa?
Yes.
5-0.
5-0. Motion passes to close the public hearing.
6A.
Ordinances, 6A, consideration of an ordinance authorizing a third amendment to the annexation agreement, Meadowbrook Place subdivision.
This is an ordinance approving the amendment for which we just had the public hearing. Again, it would extend the deadline for completion of the subdivision for up to 2 years.
Is there any questions? Like I said, motion to approve the ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
Motion approved, second, roll call.
Trustee Grasso?
Yes.
Trustee Scampa?
Yes.
Trustee Bolus?
Yes.
Trustee Baveza?
Yes,
Trustee Francis?
Yes.
5-0.
5-0, motion passes. Now we go to 8A. Under considerations, yes.
Yes, this is consideration of the Plan Commission recommendation for variations for the McGraw-Hill office building property at 1333 Burridge Parkway. Plan Commission held a public hearing 1 week ago tonight. They recommended approval with several conditions. One of the conditions being the elimination of parking at the 44 parking spaces at the southwest corner of the property. The property owner is looking at that condition, seeing how they can adjust to that and whether that's satisfactory to them. And so therefore they've asked for a continuance of your consideration for 2 weeks so they have time to look at their plans and decide how they want to proceed.
Questions? Got a motion to approve the request to delay it 2 weeks.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made, second, roll call.
Trustee Grasso.
Yes.
Trustee Bolas.
Yes.
Trustee Skiappa.
Yes.
Trustee Francis.
Yes.
Trustee Pavesa.
Yes.
5-0.
5-0, motion passes to postpone the vote for 2 weeks. 8B, consideration of Plan Commission recommendation to approve a special use to permit automobile sales in an existing building, Z03 2017, 60 Shore Drive, Restani.
Yes, thank you. The Plan Commission held a public hearing on February 20th to consider a special use request for the property at 60 Shore Drive. The special use is requesting indoor automobile sales at this location in about 7,000 square foot tenant space in the larger building. There was previously an automobile sales business at this location, and the Plan Commission determined that the proposed business, with the conditions requiring all activity be indoors, was satisfactory and that was compatible with existing uses in the area. So therefore, the Plan Commission is recommending approval of this special use request. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Questions? Yes?
I had a few questions of the petitioner, if he's here.
State his name.
Hello,
Name, please, could you do?
Eduardo Restani.
Thank you. Will you be installing any signage on the building to advertise?
We plan on putting some signs.
So you know to come back before the Plan Commission to have your signs approved by them? Okay. And the 4 conditions you're acceptable to?
Yes.
So there was some issues with the previous tenant. I won't go into any details. I'm sure you'll perform far better than that previous tenant did with respect to how his business affected neighboring businesses and neighboring residents. But with that said, and I'm not saying in any way that you're going to perform like that, I have every confidence that you will be successful and be a good corporate citizen in our business park. And knowing that you're a resident of the village, you have a vested interest in this business being successful and not causing any issues. But with all that said, would you be willing to accept a 5th condition? And that 5th condition is no outdoor service of automobiles. That was an issue with the past tenant.
Sure.
Okay. I'm not implying at all that you would ever do that, but just want to keep the playing field even with the other 2 car dealers in the village.
That's fine.
And, okay, that's all the questions I had. Thank you.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I had a question maybe for Doug. Did the Plan Commission consider, I know the previous tenant had some problems, or we wanted to make sure that there were no cars racing through the neighborhoods, test driving, going through the neighborhoods, especially carriageway right there. Did the Plan Commission consider that and bring that up?
I think they were aware of those issues. There was not a specific discussion about the potential for test driving in a neighborhood. There's not any residential close to this. The closest residential would be east of Madison Street, a few blocks to the east. But they were aware of the problems with the previous use, specifically with the outside sales and service that was conducted, and they were satisfied that the conditions addressed those.
Okay. Okay, that's all.
Any other questions? Make a motion to approve the ordinance?
So moved.
With the additional
With the
condition,
additional fifth condition.
no outdoor sales and service of vehicles?
Yeah, correct.
I'll second that.
Motion made second. Any questions? Roll call, please.
Trustee Francis.
Yes.
Trustee Grasso.
Yes.
Trustee Pavesa.
Yes.
Trustee Bolas.
Yes.
Trustee Skiappa.
Yes.
5-0.
5-0, motion passes. 8H, Other considerations for announcement, deliberation, and/or discussion only. No official action will be taken. Anything? Any residents' comments at this time? Okay. Reports and communication from village officials. Just a reminder that I think Wednesday, March 15th, the Secretary of State will be here, so if anybody has any Secretary of State business, they'll be right here in this boardroom. So again, March 15th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m., I think it is.
3.
Okay, non-resident comments. At this time, can I have a motion to go into closed session to approve of closed session minutes of February 13th and to discuss employment of an employee? And then we will reconvene.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Trustee Francis?
Yes.
Trustee Skiappa?
Yes.
Trustee Bolas?
Yes.
Trustee Grasso?
Yes.
Trustee Babeja?
Yes.
5-0.
Okay, at this time, we'll be going into closed session. Thank you.